What's up guys, Anthony Godinez here, and today we're going to go back to basics and we're going to discuss how this thing works. So you have your lens and your camera body. Without one or the other, they don't work too well without each other. Your camera can still take images without the lens, but the image is going to be unrecognizable at best. Think of your lens as glasses for your camera body. That was stupid. The light from whatever you're photographing travels through the lens into the camera body, hitting the image sensor, giving you your image. So there are at least 3 elements at work here to give you the proper exposure or the desired image that you're going for. Those 3 things are aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. These 3 elements make up what we call the exposure triangle. Did I do that right? When light enters in your camera, it first passes through the lens. And this is where the light interacts with the first element of the exposure triangle, which is your aperture. All you need to know for now is that your aperture controls how much light gets into your camera body and touches the sensor. The aperture also controls your depth of field or your focus. Now if you look right here, if the camera will focus, your aperture opens and closes. This controls how much light gets into the camera. Now once the light passes through your aperture, it now interacts with the second element of the exposure triangle, which is your shutter. Your shutter controls the amount of time that light is hitting your image sensor. Your shutter speed also controls motion blur. A faster shutter is going to freeze motion, whereas a slower shutter is going to add motion blur into your image. Once your light finally makes it through the shutter, it now hits the image sensor. And this is the final element of the exposure triangle, which is your ISO. Your ISO, very simply, is telling the sensor how sensitive or how not sensitive to be to the light hitting the sensor. For example, a higher ISO, ISO 400, is going to be more sensitive to light than ISO 100, which is going to be less sensitive to light. So some of you might have caught on already, and yes, your aperture, shutter speed, and ISO are working together at the same time. If you change one aspect of the exposure triangle, you need to change another aspect in order to keep your desired exposure. And don't worry, I know it's confusing, but we're going to dive deeper into the exposure triangle in separate videos at a later date. Before I go, I want to leave you with some advice. And that advice you should live by if photography is something you want to pursue. And if you're pursuing it, I assume that you want to get good at it. And that advice is just to get out there and shoot. You might be brand new, you might have just picked up your first camera. Doesn't matter, go out there and shoot. Don't make excuses. Get out there and shoot what interests you. If you don't know what that is, then shoot the shit out of anything and everything until you figure it out. Don't procrastinate. So for example, this video that you're watching right now on this channel is a very good example of procrastination. This idea that I have of helping newer photographers is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I really think community over competition is important, and I've just been putting this off for literally no reason at all. So I got up today, I said F it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to put it out there, and here we are. So this video may not be the best, but at least I'm doing it. Your images, the photos, the videos, anything that you're doing out there may not be the best right now, but at least you're out there shooting, you're actively practicing, you're actively getting that experience. As long as you continue to strive to learn on your way, you can only improve from there. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video helped, please leave a comment down below, leave me a question down below, or go to my Twitter page that I created just for this channel, tweet me some questions. I eventually want to address all your questions specifically to help you guys improve. Check the description down below for my socials and a few other links. If this video helped you, share it with any other new photographer that you might know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.